It feels so weird since it's not with the headphones.
Oh, yeah, I bet. I'm putting you in a little uncomfortable
Yeah,
zone.
I know, but it feels good. It feels good.
We're both in it together.
All right, 3, 2, 1. We are live in the studio. I have an amazing guest today, guys. Ethan Joves.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, thank you for coming.
Of course.
As you can see, totally different vibe right now.
Yeah.
Totally different look in the podcast room. But it's because we have a genius behind the camera with us today.
Yeah, this angle's nice. I think it
nice.
works out.
Yeah, he came in with ideas. Like right off the bat, I was like, you know what? There's a reason he's so good at what he does. Because I've actually seen your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And after I had Ash on, good friend, I started looking at your stuff.
Yeah.
And you've dabbled like in a lot of different like realms.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
not
yeah,
only
for sure.
yourself, but I've seen like what's the most recent one I've seen was the UCI student.
Yeah, the student wellness one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'm kind of all around.
Yeah, but there's like
Definitely.
pretty sure there's a reason why people hit you up.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that right off the bat as soon as you came in here.
Yeah.
And like you're in like the best way trying to be like, I don't know, I feel like that's like a thing with I don't know, like artists maybe.
100%.
Like
There's
because you're being very kind because we don't. So like, I think one of the best things about what this podcast is gonna be is, like I said before, it's gonna be us getting to know each other.
Yep.
And them getting to know both of us in the same way because we're gonna be asking each other questions about like each other's lives, or like passion, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like they're gonna be very interested, or like they're gonna feel like they're in a normal conversation.
100%.
You know? But like I was saying, like you came in here like very, like you're a certain way, but you didn't want to push too much because you're like, yeah.
I just didn't want to come in here, bro, and just like right away just be like, bro, can we change the angle and all this? I didn't want to be hella pushy, but I did just have this idea in mind where we had the table going this way and this kind of angle with all these CDs and stuff, because this is the sickest thing I've ever seen, honestly. Walk in here and it's a totally vibe for sure. I've not seen stuff like this, and I love being in like creative zones like this. So I just had to change up the angle, put the chairs like this, set it up. Here we go.
Yes, and also no headphones.
Yeah, which is, I hope it makes you feel a little bit more comfortable.
No, yeah, I mean we can hear each other.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
It's not
100%.
It's not a crazy thing, but it's just like there's something we're gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to show you at least like how it feels, but maybe you know.
How to one headphones and talking?
Yeah.
I mean, I've done it before, yeah. With Ash.
With Ash?
Yeah.
Oh, like that's a different.
Just a little thing.
It's just like, there's something weird about it because it's like, we're right next to each other, but we're inside each other's head.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Like right now we're talking because it's.
Yeah, it would be the double. It'd be kind of double.
Yeah. But I mean, there's a different sense to it. But
That's
like,
true.
Like I said, you put me in a, like there's a different vibe, but I feel good.
I hope it works. I
feel like it looks good.
I feel like it does too. But honestly, I'm stoked.
So let's dive right into like what you're doing. So let's say for someone that's not like done the research or hasn't seen your stuff, like how would you describe yourself, or like what are you doing?
Yeah, so as of right now, I definitely just call myself like a freelance videographer. Because I'm just all around doing weddings, doing sorority videos, doing my own stuff, and like music stuff too. So I'm all around with like a bunch of, and I do it for work too. So I work at the UCI Student Wellness department, and I just do videos for them, little short promos to market like meditation, like you said earlier. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I'm doing right now, and I'm making a little side income off of it too. So it's helping me out big.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially in college.
So
that little side hustle.
Definitely.
I used to have a little side hustle.
Yeah.
Freshman year.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could talk about it. I used to have this side hustle about like massages. Freshman year. So I'd do massages.
That'd be sick, bro.
And it was like no, it was a thing.
Yeah. I'm sure people wanted to do that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was like mostly girls.
Okay.
But
that was freshman year.
So
that was a side hustle. So you actually got some money.
Yeah, I got like $30. Like that was the per session. It was an hour massage.
That's cool, bro. People, I'm sure they love that, dude.
Yeah, it was nice.
And if you were actually good?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm actually really good.
Damn.
Yeah. And then I would think I'm like sort of handsome. So I think it was like a double kind of
It's
thing.
a double
After
win. Yes.
The ant eatery.
Woo. That's tight. That's tight.
But yeah, I mean that's cool though. It's cool that you're taking that like what because I'm guessing it's your passion, right?
Definitely.
Or else you wouldn't be spending so many hours into it.
So that's the whole thing too. So I did come into UCI as a bio major.
Oh, okay.
And then I did make that risk. I guess I think of it as a risk, but my parents were in full support of me, which was very helpful. I thank them for that. But yeah, I decided to not do bio, not just because it was like hard or anything. I think I could have done it. I just did not want to go for the full 8 years in med school and everything. So, and I just actually have a passion to make videos and just be in the vibe of like artists. Like I didn't realize like I was like a creator like this until like now. Because like now being surrounded in college with like people doing this, and just Ash with his music stuff, other people doing fashion, it's really cool to be in that same realm.
That's one of the main reasons why I've been meaning to come out to the house with you guys, because like Ash lives right next to it. And like in my head right now, I'm like thinking like there's like-minded people over there that I can like shut up and talk to, and because I don't know, like it to me. When I saw Ash doing it, and I had told him about this, and when I see you doing these kind of things, like, I feel less alone, and I feel like I'm like we're just trying to do something.
Dude, it does help. It does help like that we all are in this.
It helps looking at other people, 100%. And it's never a sense of like. To me, it's never a sense of like someone would say like it would be like jealous, right? They look and they're like, oh my gosh, they're getting like I always see it as like, dang, like. They're doing it like
I know.
I'm hyped, just, you know. Like I want to talk to this person. I want to reach out to you. Like, hey, you want to come on? Like, because like at least my medium is like we get to talk.
Yeah.
You share like a conversation, but like your thing is so much different. Where it's like you got to show your creativity. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like
it's different. It's
so
different.
Cool.
And it's also not only just like networking with like homies that are artists and whatnot, but it's also just like it's that competitive aspect too. Because it's like when I do see like other people doing big things in video or whatever art they're doing, it's like damn, like I want to get to that level with them, and then whatever it takes to learn from them, whatever it takes.
For sure.
So it's just cool to learn from people that are also in the same thing, and also just like have that competitiveness and just be like I'm trying to get up there.
I would like I think that's that sense of like they're working so hard and I need to work just as hard.
Yes.
You know
and obviously we know that we're in a tough industry. It's not it doesn't come easy this way. So you have to put in that extra work outside of, school and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing, dude. The side hustle, that's where we just full circle around right there. The side hustle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah.
So you said you're coming in as bio. And that's, I'm guessing in a sense when you're in high school, it's kind of like playing it safe in a way. But what would you say? Like, before, where did it start, your passion?
Yeah, so here we go. So in high school, it was actually in 8th grade that I had a broadcasting class in middle school. Shout out Mr. Green, that was my broadcasting teacher. He's like ranked #1 nationally for like broadcasting teacher. As a broadcasting teacher, it's crazy. So he was actually really good and he knew his stuff. And then continued in that program into high school and stuff.
How did you get that title?
It's like there's these competitions called Student Television Network. There's a lot of stuff too I won in there. I won some awards in there.
Oh, really?
So that's pretty big, yeah. But yeah, so I started back in 8th grade and then just like messed around. I learned Final Cut Pro through that class, and we did like actual stories, like news stories on students and stuff. So I learned like the fundamentals, and then it was like me and my homie Bronson. We would like just mess around on the Final Cut Pro and just like make basketball montages or just go around Carlsbad and shoot skate videos. And that's where I was just like getting this creative like flow going with it, and I was like, this is cool. And then continued through high school, but I did leave the program because that's where I thought I wanted to be a sports doctor, and I wanted to do like exercise science. That's where it went that way. And I was like, I need to go to school for like something like that for medicine and stuff. So that's the reason why I went to UCI for bio. But then I made that switch, and I'm glad that my parents were okay with that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make it happen. Make it happen for sure.
For sure. I'm excited.
Yeah, bro.
You hyped me up.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. That's like where I found my passion for this was in like the weirdest way in high school, where like it came from, I used to do, it's like the smallest thing, but it gave me so much confidence, and I was like, yo, I actually like doing this. It was, I was in ASB.
Me too.
And we would do these morning announcements.
Yeah.
And it was just supposed to be you go on and you deliver the Pledge of Allegiance. That's all it was supposed to be, right? Supposed to be. And my junior year, the first day before going on, someone had made a script for us, right? The president had made a script for us of like what we're gonna say, and I had chosen to do Fridays because I'm like, Fridays is like the prime.
That's the prime time.
Prime time.
Prime
morning.
Of course.
Friday mornings, right? Because it's the weekend after everyone's like excited to leave.
Got it.
School, right? They have a script for us, and it's just like, hi, little Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
What they didn't know is I created my own script on the side the night before.
You didn't tell them.
I didn't tell them because I had this idea in my head of, it's like one of my favorite actors ever is Robin Williams. And he has this movie called Good Morning Vietnam.
I haven't seen that.
So it's this.
But much respect to Robin Williams, bro. We miss you a lot. We miss you a lot.
It's called Good Morning Vietnam, and it's like this radio host in Vietnam that he was like stationed in Greece, and then they fly him out because he's funny, and like it's to motivate the soldiers, right?
Yeah.
And in that radio station, like everyone's like boring, and they're just doing news. And as soon as he comes in, he's like, "Good morning, Vietnam," and starts making jokes and all that kind of stuff, being Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what if I do that? You know, because the whole week leading up, it was like they would do the Pledge of Allegiance, and it was like kind of passable.
And it's like just got repetitive.
Like, you just hear it, no one would care.
Yep.
So as soon as it starts,
smart,
I get on in the morning. The first thing I do is, "Good morning, Wildcats," because we're the Wilson Wildcats.
That's awesome.
Started off straight. "Hi, my name is Johel, I'm the vice president." And I did this whole thing.
Yeah.
Leave I leave that little, because it's the little announcement box.
Yeah.
Walk out, and the principal comes and it's like, "Who did that?" And I was like, "Oh," and I was like, "Damn, I'm in trouble."
No.
And she was like, "I loved it. Oh my god."
Dude,
and
you did it different.
For the next 2 years, that's what I was, and people would like continue know me and like be like, "Hey, Joel, good morning."
That's cool.
And that started, and when that happened, I was like,
"Whoa,
maybe I have a thing.
Yeah,
maybe there's something that I could do." And then from then,
dude, that's a cool story right there. You just decided to do it different like that.
But that's where it started for me. So, when I just took that and ran with it.
Got it.
When I got here, I knew I wanted to do something more than what I was doing, because I came in as a political science major.
Yeah.
And and then this led to this, and now we're here.
Dude, it's cool how you're bringing people together, and like, it's honestly like, I feel like it's gonna get to a bigger level where people are talking around like, "Oh, you're going on the podcast with Johel?"
I hope.
I mean, that's already how I'm tossing it around. I'm like, yeah, I'm going on the podcast. Like, I'm hyped.
Thank you. Well, like I said, I'm super hyped that you're here, and I had this vibe as soon as you were like, "Hey, I'm the guy in the car." I started smiling because I was like, "It's happening."
Yeah, man.
That creative. I don't know. I just feel like you're real with what you're talking about and what you're doing, and I respect it and
appreciate it
from someone that's doing kind of like wants to do the same thing in a sense. Like, it's like respectable.
Oh yeah.
I'm happy.
Cool.
We're talking about, you mentioned something about sports.
Yeah.
And you said that you wanted to do sports medicine.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Right?
That's what
you were like. So I'm guessing you're into sports.
Yes, definitely am.
You talked about basketball montages.
Yep. I'm a big sports guy.
And I was
sports all about it.
If you're okay with, or you're cool with talking about Kobe Bryant.
Oh, I'd love to talk about Kobe Bryant briefly.
Because I feel like slightly I might be making a push, but there might be some Mamba mentality in you.
Oh, 100%. There's Mamba mentality, man. He's been part of my life for a long time, so there has to be that Mamba mentality.
I was wondering if you can like share anything, because he was a big part of like my life as well, and I just want to hear like your take on it.
Oh yeah.
And it seems like you have work ethic insane, so I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, what was I gonna say? No, there's a lot of talk about Kobe Bryant. I can go on and on, but like.
Go ahead, man. We got time.
But no, Kobe, I have a story that I actually met him.
You did?
Yeah, this was back when I was in Sacramento, so I was only like in kindergarten, so that's like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I barely remember, but I do remember the moment. But like we had VIP tickets because my neighbor was one of the players on the Kings, so we had the locker room access, and we were in there. And then halftime came, and I was like with my cousin, and he like left me, and I was like, what? Like I'm just stuck with all the other little kids, but my older cousin left me, and I was like, I wanted to be with the cool guys, but it's okay. And it ended up being the right move because I just kept walking down the aisle. I don't even remember this too much, but then I just see Kobe. I see Kobe Bryant.
Jeez.
I was in starstruck, and I just like had my Spider-Man notebook to have him sign my autograph, and I just looked it up at him, and I was like, here, like sign this.
Sign this,
I was
please.
way too starstruck, but I can say that I met Kobe Bryant, got his signature. So, but
do you still have the?
I still do. I still have the Spider-Man notebook, of course.
Dude.
But yeah, no, been watching Kobe for a while, and all those memories with the Celtics finals.
Yeah. I know, because we got so lucky in growing up.
We got very blessed.
Prime Kobe.
Yes, 100%.
Right, and we were little, so that he was like an idol, right?
Exactly.
So,
like, we got it the biggest, like, boom, like, starstruck of, like, Kobe Bryant. Like
L.A. Lakers.
Yes,
Kobe
especially
Bryant.
That we grew up in Southern California.
Mm-hmm.
We understand how he gets around.
And
everywhere.
you lived, and that's the big thing, where you never lived so close to L.A., but, like, it's Southern California was L.A. Lakers.
And my uncle lived in L.A. and he would always give me Kobe Bryant jerseys for my birthday.
That's awesome.
Or Christmas. And
Are you repping them?
Yeah.
You rep them around campus?
Those ones were small. And I sadly don't even have a Kobe jersey anymore. I should get one now. But no, I wasn't repping them around campus. But I saw people and that was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
But no.
You kind of give them like a...
100% I do. I give them a little respect right there.
That's what I've been doing.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how much of an impact he had on the whole
in LA,
world. Like, it's crazy.
I was in LA yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this vibe as soon as I got in there that's...
I know, I'm sure.
You feel it.
I'm actually sure. I bet.
And it's weird because I went for something completely unrelated.
Yeah.
To what you would think, but it's just this like
100%.
This like you see them like I was able to pass by the Staples Center.
Yeah, and you're seeing everything.
See everything, and it's just like,
dude, because he was a superhero.
He was
a superhero.
My only Kobe story, like where he impacted was when I was little, like elementary.
Mm-hmm.
We. Like being from like Mexican descent, we always played soccer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Soccer was like the biggest thing, but I guess one day my mom saw this like random flyer because she was just trying to get us in everything.
Yeah.
Saw this random flyer about this basketball at St. Mark's. Shout out to St. Mark's. This like basketball tournament thing that they had.
Okay.
And it was like you could be part of the Sacramento Kings. The Celtics,
wow,
Lakers.
You can just choose,
right? Like that's the teams that they had.
I see.
It was like every team from, like the Phoenix Suns.
Got it.
And I grew up. So when I was growing up, I saw my brothers play. So my brothers were the first ones to play. They're on the Celtics, which is like kind of, but you don't really know.
Yeah.
But they're on the Celtics.
Yeah.
They played together. It was super cool to go see them every time. And then I didn't really think I was going to play because we never had basketball shoes. We had soccer cleats, all that kind of stuff. But basketball shoes, not really. But when I was like the age to, because they're like 3 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
So when it came like my turn to play, my brother passed down the shoes so I can play.
Hey, okay.
And guess what they end up being? They end up being these black spider-webbed Kobe's.
There we go.
And...
You felt Kobe.
And
you felt like you were the Mamba.
Every time I would like play a game or like before I like, it's Kobe.
Yeah, man.
And that's
huge.
That's my connection to him.
Yeah, man. That's huge.
The only time I played basketball, I had the Kobe's on.
Yeah.
And like, I went all out to practice it, but in Kobe's.
Yeah.
You know?
Kobe.
And then growing up, of course, like we said, watching him win the championships.
Yeah.
Like.
No, man. It's been a tragic week. Honestly, it's been tragic. Like,
it's kind of have you felt, not saying so much like depressed, but like sad?
Definitely.
Because of all those, even like on Twitter, like
dude,
you can't get away from it.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot on social media, so it really sinks into us. It really is. Because like every time I'm picking up my phone, to check it. Like, it's something about Kobe.
You see the thing with Shaq?
Yeah, with him when he broke down. Yeah, no, that was tough. Yeah. There's so many people that actually broke down while they were talking, and it hurts because I just know exactly how much of an impact he had on everyone.
Do you feel like there's like a downside to so much like coverage of like sadness, or you think we're remembering? Or like, do you think there gets to a point where it's like, hey, maybe we should start focusing on
trying to like go positive from now? That's true. I think it's just like, I think everyone's just still in that mourning, so they're just, throwing anything out there, because it really was that tragic. No one was expecting it at all. But I think from moving forward now, I think people are starting to kind of
I see some funny things.
There's better stuff, but I don't know, we're just kind of judging it off social media.
That's true.
But yeah, prayers up to those families though. Like, that's tough. Especially that is tough.
The daughter being in it, that killed me.
Yeah, that changed up the whole thing even more. Because I have dug a deeper hole.
I have no idea like what it means to have a daughter. But I have like a baby sister, and if ever, like,
no, I can't even fathom.
Do you have
I do have two little siblings. One is 12 and one is 8.
So you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Big age gap. 8 years.
But do you get to see them a lot? Do you go back home often?
I do go back home often. Not like often. I go there for breaks.
Okay.
And we just came back from a Philippines trip. Okay. We went to the Philippines over winter break. So that was a lot of family bonding.
Nice. Not
just with my family. I went to go with like my whole dad's side and stuff. So it was for a family reunion and a wedding. So it was fun. Got to drink over there because it was legal. Yep.
When's your birthday?
July 8th.
July 8th?
Yeah, so 6 more months. Still a minute away. It's a fat minute away. I get to miss this whole last little portion of the school year.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Because we're both third years.
Yeah.
So I am lucky enough it's coming up soon.
When?
I don't know when this is coming out, but it's I might be 21 by the time this comes out.
Whoa, really?
Yeah. Super Bowl.
Hey, no way. That's tight.
It's cool.
Wait, that's 21?
21.
Bro, that's big. That's big. Yeah. I can't. I like every time it's coming up. Like, I just want to like feel for you. So I know it's hype.
It's a weird dynamic though, because I freaking love football.
Yeah.
So all I want to do is watch the game.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, it's my 21st.
That's facts, because the whole game takes up that ladder.
But then it's also a Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm planning on like going big like the next weekend after that.
I see.
To like celebrate.
Yeah, I mean, 21 is always like everyone's willing to go party for you and it's
whenever. Like, it's gonna be like. So I'm trying to make it a whole month kind of thing.
That's the way to go.
But so my motto for this 21st, I'm just gonna try to have a great time with the homies.
Yeah, that's the
here
way
in
to
Costa Mesa. Okay. Stay near the beach.
Okay.
Because that's my like favorite place to be.
100%. Me too.
Smoke, drink.
There we go. That's the life, the SoCal life with the strict homies.
Strict homies.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Have to, maybe.
It's up to you.
I don't know why I want to switch up on this already, but
it's okay. Mamba, we love you. I honestly really miss you. Damn. Mamba mentality, bro. For real. Like, honestly, though, like, real quick, the motivation, everyone should actually be motivated, like, off of this, because it's, like, it's a hit. Like, it's not even just motivation, but it really was a hit to be, like, cherish your life. Tell your people around you that you love them, like, actually. Because accidents really do happen that easily, so that's the main thing to grab out of this. And
no, you see how like instantaneous everything can be taken away.
Instantaneous.
Just like you think you have it all.
Yeah.
And the second it's over.
Yeah.
Because
that's where the balance comes in, bro. That's where you work hard as you can, but then you also live life.
You gotta enjoy it.
You gotta enjoy it.
How do you do that?
Balancing like that.
Yeah. Like, how have you found, or what do you value in that time when you say like live your life? Like, what's your main thing to do? Is it family? Is it friends? Is it?
I mean, it's right now in college, it's definitely friends. It's just like I do get distracted from school stuff or whatever work stuff to go out with friends. And it's like I just appreciate being able to hang out and like talk and like have a drink with everybody and actual have human moments, you know?
For sure.
Because it's fun to just, because when I do find myself just at home, like, it's if I'm not doing like homework or something, I'm just on my phone or watching TV, but I'd rather actually like interact with people. I guess that is what a extrovert would be. So I guess I'm an extrovert for sure.
Yeah, weirdly enough, I like my balance, or what I try to do is, I think because my big thing was I was always like a big family guy. So whenever I had that time, for me, it was always family. But slowly and slowly, as the years go by in college, especially now that I'm in third year, it's kind of turning to the tail end of everything. I see how certain people in college, you start to think like your brother. Like I go home and I'm so excited to like see Jack, see like my homies and be like, tell them like what happened today, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like I'm looking so forward to this weekend where like we're gonna be hanging out.
Yeah.
And it's starting to become a bigger thing, the friend aspect.
100%.
Everything. Yeah.
And high school homies, those are high school homies?
So my high school homies are coming back, and it's
colliding worlds. That's always the best time, bro. My homies are coming this weekend, and I'm about to collide worlds.
You know the stories from back home are gonna start mixing.
Yes.
And you might get exposed.
Dude. Oh my goodness, bro.
Did you get exposed?
I got exposed, like through, because we play beer die and stuff, and like my homies from back home. That's how I always played with them. And then they're good because they're athletes, they're basketball players. And I was thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have them come over and play die with us here, but I'm ready to face them, like I'm ready to beat them. And then they come over and just skunk us, and I'm just like, damn.
Oh no.
But yeah, they exposed me and stuff in that aspect. But yeah, stories too.
I know the stories that I'm not ready.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna laugh it off.
Yeah. They gotta share it.
Yeah, they gotta share it. They gotta roast you. It's because I think they try to like be like, hey, we're the homies from back home.
Yeah, they just like kind of like show. Yeah. Like that you guys don't. Exactly. That's literally exactly how it happened. They were calling me too by my nickname and stuff. It's hella funny when that happens. It's cool.
But you appreciate them.
Appreciate him. It's so nice to see them. They're the roots.
I'm like so blessed and lucky enough to my friends that are like my very close friends I've known since elementary. Yeah. Yeah, like it's insane to think, but
yeah,
I mean,
I've known those homies too since 5th grade, so yeah, that's what makes it. That's so you cannot break that out.
Yeah, you have that core, but also like starting to get these like
yeah, man.
You start to see the beginning, you know.
Yeah, and the amount of people that we've met in college is crazy.
Insane.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's cool to see though.
Yeah.
All right, should we get back into like talking like more career minded stuff?
I mean, if you want.
I don't know. I'm just up to you. I'm just trying to segue, trying to move around.
Yeah.
But we did get into deep stuff right there. That was tight.
Yeah. The moment mentality thing. Yeah, I mean, it's just you're spitting facts, dude.
We are.
Yeah.
It's straight facts.
You're spitting facts about, like, there's nothing to say, you know? You're just spitting straight facts.
Straight facts.
You gotta respect it.
Yeah.
Let it sink in.
There we go.
You know?
Let that sink in.
Let them enjoy it, you know?
Yep.
Sit down, have a good time.
There we go.
No, man, I fuck with the vibe that you have. Fuck with the vibe heavy. So you got the AFI.
Yeah, I actually just found this hat recently, so I was like, I'm starting to lose my hats, and I found this one.
You're a hat guy.
No, I'm a hat guy.
Oh, okay.
But when I recently I obviously fix my hair and shit, so. But I am a hat guy. Yeah, but until I lost a lot of them, and now I'm just like, all right, this one I haven't worn.
It's because. So before we go anywhere, I just want to get to know you.
Yeah.
That's the big thing. Like I said, like we like still getting to know. So like little things like, are you a hat guy?
Yeah.
I don't even know. You complimented me on my hair.
Yeah, because it looks nice. Say,
that made my day.
I do stuff like that, bro.
You do stuff like that.
I just
no, you made my day. It was small
positive vibes, bro.
It's because there's some guys that don't want to like say that kind of stuff. Cause
no, the hair has to be steez. When the hair's on steez, when the hair's on point, like
I love that.
You have to shout it out, dog. Like
where's that? Where's that word come from?
What's steezy?
Yeah.
It's like it's from like Carlsbad. It's like when you make a nice skate trick and you land it and it looks steez.
Fuck with it.
Steez is a tight word.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You got anything else? Any
cool words?
Yeah, from back home. So did you skate, or you were always the filmer?
Nah, I was not the skater.
You were the guy filming though.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do like real main skate videos. It's just we'd be going around Carlsbad and have our friend just like skate on a little area, and then yeah, I'd film the skaters and stuff.
Cool. Do you have what was I gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you about you said a big thing about was that your parents supported what you were doing, and like what's because I mean there's always gonna be like homies that are supporting you, and like I want to know like how big of a factor was your parents saying like, because I mean you go from bio and the aspiration of being like a doctor in their head, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know you drop like, hey, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this, which like you said before, huge risk, right? Huge risk, but you know.
Yeah, no, I think what happened was that I did show them that I am good at what I do. Like I am actually a good video guy, and like I'm networking a lot in college, so I was already kind of like telling them like I can do this. But it was nice to know like my mom, I mean both of them like were just told me like we sat down and just like actually talked about it, and it was like, you know, like yeah, like if you have a plan for that, then like go ahead and do it. And as far as like switching up like that, I thought it was the right route because it's actually something I love to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, having them actually having them be supportive is a huge thing, just because I know, because my mom helps me too with like my business, like the freelance video stuff. So she like helps me with like, because my dad was like a graphic designer, so he's helping me with like my website and stuff.
That's awesome.
So they're kind of like the backbone too. They're like my mom's like, let me be your agent or something like that. Yeah, just like they're helping me out with this stuff. That's now. Awesome. So it's awesome.
Is there anyone else that has that kind of value?
That I look at them like
like their opinion of like like when they tell you like, hey, I love what you're doing, or like, hey, like, keep it up. Like, is there anyone that you?
I think my cousin Sebastian.
Okay.
I grew up. Shout out Sebastian. He's a musical artist up in Sacramento. Okay. He's getting bigger and bigger. He's working hard. That's where I value him a lot because he's older than me. He's 25. Okay. And I'm just admiring him from afar, just seeing how much work ethic and he's doing, and I'm just trying to follow. I've always copied him back when we were young. I'd always copied everything he does, whether it be video game stuff, and it's like copying him. So now I'm copying him in a good way. So yeah, whenever he says, like, I kind of send him stuff, and like whenever I make stuff for him, because I'll record him in Sacramento for his music stuff, like it actually, like, when I get his approval or when he actually likes something, I'm like, yes, like, he respects that. That's tight. But yeah, that's the one guy, Sebastian, my cousin.
Nice. Shout out again, Sebastian. That's awesome. That's great to hear. You need those kind of people.
100%.
Supporting you.
Definitely.
Because it makes like, I don't know. I feel like there could be maybe like 100 people that are telling you like, yo, I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing. But like if that person's like, hey, like maybe you should change this, or you're always gonna.
No, dude, yeah, that's huge. Especially me too, because I haven't really done a lot of video stuff with a team. Back in high school, though, I did have my friend Charlie and Cameron. Those guys are really good at videos. They're doing the same thing as me, but over in Chapman and Biola, or not in Biola and up in Chico State. Okay. And we have like a group chat, and those are also the guys that are strictly in my video group that I can trust and be like I know I'll get constructive criticism from them, and those are the guys that I truly like ask them for help for any video stuff. But like as far as working as a team, like I was saying, I haven't really worked with a team on weddings and stuff. It's always been me, so it's good to be able to get like outside criticism and stuff. But like with everyone always saying like it's good, I sometimes get confused. Like, is it really?
Is it really? Yeah. You need those people to like. Yeah. Not so much like check you.
Yeah, no, it's for sure. Yeah.
Well, I mean, sometimes,
yeah. But continue.
Yeah, sometimes you need people that are like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like,
but for the most part, they obviously the main thing that they tell me is just like what I need to fix and stuff. So that's a cool thing.
Has there ever been like? Have you ever stopped yourself from uploading something because you didn't believe in it at all?
I think it's.
Have you gotten to that point or? Like,
oh yeah, I think it's not even like to the point where I'm like stop uploading. It's like more of just like I've made a bunch of stuff where I just don't find it good enough to post on Instagram, but someone may definitely find it cool enough.
Yeah.
But for me, I do take myself to a high standard now, especially with just like that I actually do it for a side income in business, that I don't want to just post like any content.
Yeah.
But I think that's where I need to fix. I should just like keep posting consistent content, even no matter what, because that's like what Gary Vaynerchuk says. Like if you keep doing that like 1,000 times a day, you're bound to hit something.
Who's that? So who's that?
Gary Vaynerchuk.
Yeah, because I don't.
You don't know Dana?
No.
No way, bro.
No, I don't. We'll throw up a clip. What does he do?
He is like an entrepreneur, and he's does a lot of different stuff now. But he's just a huge motivational speaker too. Like he knows what he's doing, and he's just.
I'll probably put his face.
Gary Vaynerchuk. Nah, he's cool. He's serious. He's real, and I guess
check him out.
Definitely.
All right, man. So
you need to cut it. Yeah.
Do you have any? Before we go into more stuff, do you have any questions for me or any?
I guess yeah, I did actually. When you told me about write some questions, I was like wrote it on my computer on my notes, and I was like,
no, because I ask like the people that are gonna come on, just so like maybe it flows a little better. Because like some people like when I didn't prepare anything too much when I was coming with you, because I was like, I'm sure I'm gonna have questions right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, in my head.
Yeah.
So. But just like.
But no, I have some questions. I guess like. Well, I guess like who was some of your like people that inspired you on your way here? Like just naming off some people that inspired you, whether it be big or small.
Let's see. I feel like, of course, my family.
Yeah.
But there's this teacher, my psychology, AP psychology teacher.
Okay.
Miss Van Gordon.
Okay.
She would.
Shout out.
Those that went to my high school for sure now. Amazing. She still teaches there. And I'm waiting till like I do something big to go back.
Okay.
In a kind of cool way and be like,
yay.
You're the one. She told me like every day, like from that morning thing.
Oh yeah.
And every day I would go to that to that class at 6th period. She would always be like, Joel, you have a radio voice. Hey, you should do something on this. Like, and she would always like hype me up.
Yeah.
In front of everybody.
That's cool.
But she'd hype me up, and I was like,
boost.
I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
That my ASB director, Miss B.
Okay. Great
person. Yeah, because other than my family, because my family's my biggest like motivator, supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than those two people.
That's cool.
And 2 females.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a big thing. Because my mom's a really big part of my life. My sister's a really big part of my life. So like, yeah, which is like I don't know, big people in my life.
That's tight.
So
I guess another question is, where would you travel, or like, do you like traveling? Is that what you want to do later on?
Oh, traveling.
Because that's for sure what I want to do.
You want to do that?
That's the goal, bro.
I mean, the little amount of traveling I've done would just go to Mexico, and then I did this very cool trip to Paris.
Okay, that's tight.
Vibes.
Yeah,
for sure.
I bet
it is. For someone like you,
I bet. Dude, it's crazy like how I just like boom, dude. Like when I go there, I want to go there to get that creative like perspective.
Insane. Like you don't understand. Like as soon as you're there, one of the most. So I had this idea, and I'm so glad that trip destroyed that idea in my head. Where I used to not really like hyped up things. Like I would always downplay hyped up things.
Okay.
Like I would go years without watching a movie.
Okay.
Because it was too hyped. Right? Like
damn, really? What the heck?
No, such a weird mentality. Like one of my favorite movies now, like a bunch of Tarantino films.
I appreciate you, dude. Tarantino's the boy.
Insane.
Dog, I met him
You met Tarantino?
I met Tarantino. I didn't meet him, but he did come to my work or my theater, the movie theater I worked at, and I got to say have a good night to him. Anyways, continue. But awesome. Love Tarantino.
Yeah. In a bunch of factors into that whole thing, but like cinematography, all that kind of stuff. Like in love with that.
Yep.
All that. Because there's this YouTuber, Nerd Writer.
Mm-hmm.
Send you the link.
Mm-hmm.
He is amazing. Does art, a bunch of different things. Does like video essays. So it's super cool. But yeah, like Tarantino films, like Kill Bill, I didn't watch for the longest time.
Interesting.
Because it was so hyped.
Interesting.
So when it was coming to the Paris trip, everyone would talk about how beautiful it is. It's the city of love. It's all this and this, and I was like, I want to go there and I want to get the real. I want to get the unhyped version. I want to get the real.
Yeah.
Like, be
the
there
raw
and, like,
experience.
Yeah. Like, the Eiffel Tower can't be that beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
I get there,
and
I kid you fucking not, dude. As soon as I saw the Eiffel Tower, I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm sure,
please.
Bro.
Like, this is where Ratatouille was.
Yeah,
based.
Ratatouille, bro. I love that.
This is where
movie.
Ratatouille was based. Like,
oh man,
I saw the Eiffel Tower.
That's beautiful. I bet.
Like, and at night.
Oh man, that's legendary. That is history.
It's freaking
so much. I'm sure, like you walk in, you get there, and it's like so much history, so much because that's like one of the best beautiful. Architecture.
Yeah,
they went all out in the architecture over there.
And like, yeah, so that was a big thing, and I'm so glad that went away because
that's good.
There's a reason things are hyped for a reason, and there's a reason good things are like why so many good things are said about something, and there's a reason, right? And those Tarantino films, as soon as I saw Kill Bill, I was like in love.
Yeah.
The way it was shot and like just the whole story behind it, like I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah. Did you watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I love that.
Yeah, so good.
Loved it, dude.
So good. So are you into? This is a great question. Are you into? Would you ever go into the movie
industry?
Like cinematography or like? So what's your?
So
like what's your thing?
Yeah, so like I actually have never made like an actual film before.
Okay.
I'm making one for the first time through Zot Film with a group.
Awesome.
So that'll be the first thing I'll do, and I'm like the assistant camera. So I'm working with the director of photography. We're kind of both the DPs, but like I'm an assistant camera. Anyways, but no, yeah, I definitely like love the cinematography aspect of everything, whether it be movies, whether it be like just like cool music videos, commercials. So like that's the thing I want to like get into.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like Hollywood cinema and stuff, I don't think I will get into like that much. It's obviously fun to make movies, but like if I do want to be on like more of the marketing or commercials or
okay.
that stuff. Yeah.
So with the Super Bowl coming up, is that sort of? Am I reaching too much, or that's like what you're?
Yeah, no, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like doing the commercial aspect, like all of, if I was able to like work with those, companies and stuff and whatnot. But like more of the creative stuff, like there's just a list of videographers and stuff that do the stuff that I want to do, like Sam Colder, Matt Como.
Okay.
And those guys.
Yeah.
The videographers would appreciate that.
Yeah, no, and it's good that you say it because I'm sure like people can look it up.
Yeah, no, 100%. Sam Colder's a legend. But yeah, no, all those cool like the innovative stuff, the social media videos and whatnot, make it fun looking and youth.
Nice.
But cool. No, yeah, movies.
I feel like because I feel like what you do has so many different applications.
Yeah,
and I think that's why like my big thing is like trying to get to know like what you're really trying to do.
Yeah. But definitely, I do love the music part of things.
Okay.
Because I am deeply into music, and like especially living at the Newport house, like everyone in there is all about music vibes. With Steer knows his stuff. Like it's just cool. Like I love music, and like I love incorporating it with video, and especially making that documentary with Ash and about Ash, Ryan, and Justin, the whole JPEG group. Like that was really cool for me because I got to shoot a documentary that I've like I've held footage for like 3 years, and I've gathered it all together to make a cool documentary.
Super awesome concept.
Thank you.
Super. And for those that I'll for sure put a link.
That would be tight.
Because
that's definitely one of like my biggest like things I've done, like that personally I think that I've done well, because it was a documentary and it was difficult to like kind of like line up everything. Like it was a whole, like I had to wrap my head around the whole story, and it ended up coming together great. And it was
very
really
well done.
I think the best part of it was that I am best friends with this group, and I was on stage with them, and we had good times. So you can really tell in the video, like, I'm homies with these guys, and that's why it came out so well.
That it's genuine.
It's genuine for sure.
It's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love making that. I love music stuff. So that's another thing I want to get into.
Cool. There's is there any like specific realm? Because they're like EDM, that kind of vibe. You don't really care, or?
I wouldn't really care that much because I do have connections in both sides, kind of.
Okay.
My uncle, I have two uncles. One is the director of Power 106 up
really?
in LA, DJ E-Man.
Whoa.
He's my second uncle, I think.
Yo,
but he's my uncle. Like I know him well. Anyways, he's DJ E-Man from Power 106, and my other uncle is DJ Verman, who's the DJ for Far East Movement. So both of those guys I was able to talk to, and they were able to tell me like, oh, they want me to come by the studio and like do some content. That's huge. I'm ready to go over there as soon as possible and like do something. Big. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to.
The only contact I had in one of the, yeah, that's huge. The only contact I had was this girl knew some of the interns at Power 106, because that's where I was thinking about, because I want to go to LA.
Yeah.
And I was like thinking about maybe interning
there. Yeah.
That'd be insane.
Yeah, if hopefully I can get into that little thing and like, you know.
Yeah. That's super cool.
Bring you along with possibly. We'll see. Hopefully I can do that. But no, yeah, that aspect that's like the rap area for sure. Cause he's like meeting like Travis and like all these, he knows Kendrick. I'm like, wow, like I'm trying to at least get into somehow network with you. But hopefully that'll happen. But EDM, I've grown up listening to EDM. Like that's my genre for sure. Nice. Like I'm like Flume, Odessa, Lucid Child, those type of people. Anyways,
Flume, insane.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's insane to see how much more fans he's gained over the recent years with his new music.
But it's because what he drops is like really good.
Yeah. He's a legend. Muramasa, yep. They're good.
Have you heard Deal With It?
I probably have.
It's just
I
like
just don't know
it's called Deal With It.
Maybe.
So we can play it right now. I mean, to take a little break.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
A little Muramasa vibe.
Yeah.
All right, break time.
Yeah, we're kind of at the tail end of the podcast, which is pretty.
Fortunately, I honestly love talking to you. This has been real fun.
Thank you. I appreciate it, and I love getting to know you.
Yeah.
I love that you are. You see, and I always mention this, but it's just because the best thing about this is you get an opportunity to not be on our phones.
Yeah. And I feel productive too. Like this is human interaction at its finest.
You feel like you're doing so good.
Like you don't usually talk to someone for this long where it's like real conversation, and I love real conversation.
Yeah.
Like I obviously like, you know, go out and like talk to people and stuff, but I really enjoy like having like a one-on-one conversation. Like that's what I wanted. That's what I strive to do even when I go out to parties and whatnot.
And there's this scarcity in those kind of conversations because you don't come by them often, and not to shit in any way like Greek life, but sometimes the conversations you have are very surface level.
Definitely.
So when you come by those kind of conversations, it's very rare, and you kind of hold on to them.
Definitely.
You're like, yo, I fucking vibe with this person so much, right?
Yes.
But what I tried doing was, see, like the conversations I had with my friends were so entertaining, and I was like, dang, if people were listening to this, like they'd have a great time.
Yep.
Now I put myself in a situation where I gotta, not so much, I just put myself in a situation where I gotta have someone that's, I know for sure deep down that's very genuine and has something to talk about.
Yeah.
Now people gotta listen.
Yeah.
We're not on our phones.
Yeah.
We gotta get to know each other. And,
yeah. And that's I always thought about like even just recording my life, because like as far as like taking video and not really vlogging, but it would be fun to watch like what I actually do and how I interact with people, because I do go out and I do fun stuff with friends, and I do watch this one YouTuber. His name is Justin Escalona, and he did vlogs and stuff, and it's his whole college experience in the dorms and stuff, and that's where he grew his brand from. He named his clothing stuff over his dorm room number, and then
that's awesome.
And then like he just keeps taking videos of his life, and he's killing it. But like that's what I was thinking, like the friendly conversations of entertainment that we have with the boys is like it should be seen and it should be heard.
For sure.
There's too many funny jokes, and people need to hear that.
Yeah. So like, one of the things that I got out of podcasts, because I knew I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what, and it wasn't until I was in this not so good place where I turned to, like, I needed something to listen to, and I need something in the back of my head so I wouldn't think about that bad thing all the time. And it wasn't like I wasn't being entertained so much with vlogs, and like I kind of a little bit like it just wasn't my vibe at that time. Yeah. And what I found was I stumbled across Joe Rogan.
There we go.
I stumbled across podcasters, and having that voice and having genuine conversations in the back of my head and like listening to them and getting to see them helped me kind of get to a better place, and I kind of learned from what they were talking about. And
there's a lot you can learn about listening to them.
And you can learn so much from people being real and being genuine.
Yes.
And I think one of the best things about what we were talking about right now is it was you spitting facts. Like I was saying. Yes. Straight fucking facts.
Yes.
And it's because you learn when someone's being honest and being real, it's easy to like learn from them. It's easy to know that person.
Yeah, because we are giving like we're kind of exposing ourselves, our honesty, whatever we're saying is real. So it's like just take that.
Sometimes I like that massage story. I'm gonna leave in because it just shows it's genuine. Like I'm like
trusting.
Yeah.
And it's let it sink.
Let it sink, and you take it for what it is.
Take it for what it is. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the fun part about this.
Do you have anything like that?
A funny story like that?
A funny story like that.
I don't know. That's hard.
So are you that kind of guy?
Huh? That about what?
Just like girls and stuff. Do you like to like just? Because you're a frat.
I'm a friendly guy. I'm friends.
This guy right here, saving his face right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being honest. Like, I know a lot of girls in Greek life, and like I feel like they can say the same too. They know Ethan. Just laying it out there. I'm cool like that, but you know. Yeah, I mean, but the Greek life has like changed everything. Like, this is what I wanted to do in college. Like, I wanted to meet as many people as I could, cause like in high school it was fun and stuff, and I wanted to keep that going. Like, I want to meet a bunch of guys, want to meet a bunch of girls, and like have social gatherings and stuff, and it's been fun.
For sure, it's for sure. So many benefits.
Yeah. But yeah, I met so many girl homies for sure.
I would totally recommend Greek life to like a freshman or something, especially at UCI.
Especially at UCI. UCI is different. UCI is different for sure.
There's for sure like super dope people outside of Greek life.
Definitely.
But the thing is, it's so hard to find them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then when you're in Greek life, there's just super cool people, and you get to see them all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool how UCI is, because I mean, I don't know because I don't go to other schools, but I think we are very like exclusive. Like the different fraternities, the different sororities, like we really all bond with one another.
No, and this is the best example where it's like I'm in Pike.
Exactly.
Yeah, like we're different frats, but you know.
And I think at UCI too, like we're all like killing it in our careers and stuff, and that's where our respect comes, because everyone's so nice here. You can just tell. Yeah. Everyone is actually supportive of one another.
Where do you think that comes from? Where do you think that comes from?
I think it's
as opposed to like another college, because like there is something different about UCI.
Yeah.
In that kind of way.
Yeah. I think it's just like the way that UCI was seen, like the stereotype of it seen being just like a main study school, you know. But like the people that do get accepted are smart students.
Yeah.
but we do come from mainly the Southern California so we all been vibing the same like in high school. So like the Greek life is like the collective group of those high schoolers that like go out and stuff.
And even when it's like people not from Southern California, like
I've met so many.
There's this weird commonality between everybody where you're like talking about something and they're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, and you're like, wait a minute. We're from two different worlds.
No, there's a lot from NorCal Bay Area, and it's just like we're really combining California out here.
Yeah. It's just good vibes. Maybe the beach has to do with it. Newport.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing. The UCI needs to like market Newport way more because like I didn't even know I was gonna be in Newport hanging out this much when I thought of applying to UCI. Like now I wish I can tell like all the kids coming in. It's like you can go to Newport Beach. Like Newport Beach is.
I'm at Costa right now, but I know the final move's gonna be Newport.
There we go. Yeah, it's the
Costa
move
Mesa's
for
like.
sure.
I mean, I'm like 5 minutes away from.
Oh no,
Newport.
I'm sure it helps.
Yeah.
Oh, from Newport.
Oh yeah, I'm like all I have to do is go all the way down the street, and I'm at my homie's house. In Newport.
No, yeah, it's different living over there for sure. It's
and then
nice.
It's just like the house we got was like so perfect for like what we wanted at that time.
That's a difference too. You can't really get like an actual house. But I mean, the place that I do have is a blessing. Like it's huge. Yeah, it's massive.
For sure, Newport is the move. Yeah. In the end.
Yes.
Because it's the way to go out.
It's the vibe.
Like how many college students
dude, I sit on my roof, bro, and I 360 and I'm seeing palm trees. I see the ocean. I see a sunset. I see the palm trees more in the back, and I just see like LA way down there. I'm just like, wow, this is Southern California.
That's a creative place to be.
Yes.
Because you're in openness, right? And I get a little bit of sense of that. It's just like our Costa Mesa houses are like stupidly huge for some reason. Like no reason for it to be that big. Like there's no way in the next maybe like 5 years like a normal person could live in that place. But since we stacked like 6 guys, then you gotta live in a 2-story house.
Yeah, that's sick. But that's big.
It's like a sort of living like a little tease of what it can be.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And I think Irvine and Newport is the best thing for college students because like you go around and you see the Porsches, you see the Lamborghinis, you see all these kind of things, and you're like, hey, I can, like, this is my standard. Then, no,
I know it's crazy to
that's your standard. I can for sure get that because that's what you're seeing all the time.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy to just see all these crazy cars passing by, and I'm just like, wow, me and my boys live out here with all you, with all these wealthy people in these houses. Like, yeah, we the college boy. It's the crazy thing is like Newport is so beautiful, and we are fortunate enough to be able to live there and go to college. Like, there's no other chance we're gonna get to be able to live in a beach house like that, and for cheap too, like because we're sharing it with a bunch of guys. So it's the move. It's definitely the move.
Yeah, for sure. The benefits of because I'm guessing some of them are like frat guys.
The people I live with, nah, none of them are actually.
Oh, whoa.
Ash is not. Ryan's not.
Oh, okay.
But like we actually, I mean, we are. Cause those guys were in SAE, but like, yeah, I mean, like we're all in different fraternities either way. Yeah. But it is a nice break for me because like I have my Phi Psi boys, but then I also have like my boys that I've known since freshman year.
Yeah, for sure.
It's tight.
That's cool. I'm excited. So we're gonna talk about your stuff.
Okay.
What's coming up?
What's coming up?
What's the sneak peek? What's the inside scoop?
All right. I'm trying to even think. I don't like. I've just been grinding with like my actual work stuff.
Okay.
Like whether it be for the sorority.
You're focusing. Oh, okay. Not so much like the side hustle or.
I am. I mean, like the work that I'm doing is a lot of just like because I'm at Anteater TV too, and I'm working on the film that I'm involved with Zot Film. So there's a lot of videos upcoming, but as far as like personal big projects, there hasn't been a main one that I've been working on since that documentary. But this film that I'm gonna work on that's coming out, I hope that turns out really cool because that'll be the first thing like I've worked on for a movie, and then I'm just working with Ash for some more musical content. I'm right now. What the big thing is, I'm collaborating with people such as you, and then Alessandro hit me up to do a little cover thing for his music stuff.
Nice.
And like, I was in contact just with a lot of different people, and I'm just ready to like actually get it done. So, nice. It's hard to find the time. It's hard.
No, I bet.
It's real hard.
I bet.
School's a lot.
No, and I didn't tell you this earlier. I'm so glad you were able to come out. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate 100%, you
bro.
making the time. I know you're busy.
Like I said, this is stuff I really love to do. Yeah, editing's a pain in the ass, bro. That's where people like cannot handle, because it takes a while. Fortunately, I know the software very, very, very well, so I'm able to like put what I want to create into physical form like pretty instantly.
Yeah.
But like no, editing's like definitely like the most tedious thing in the world.
No, but yeah, I'm super glad you were able to come out. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me.
No, dude.
This like
no shucks, man.
No, for real, bro. Like it meant when you, after hearing that Ash did have it, and then you hit me up like not too long after. I was
because
like,
he was telling me like that you were the way you are, the way I got to know you right now, like driven, and you had something, and I was like,
yeah,
yo, like if he wants to come on, that'd be fucking awesome, because I think you'd have a great conversation.
Yeah. No, I really love having genuine conversations. I'm a genuine person, so everything has to match up like that, I guess.
Yeah. I still have a little bit of questions left.
Go for it.
To ask you.
Yeah.
So, there's, when you get in this kind of week by week, you're working on a bunch of different projects. What's your kind of go-to to? Is there any like activities that you do?
To keep my mind.
Yeah, just in general, like take a break. Like whether it's working out, rock climbing, and it's a big thing now, like different things like that. Do you any physical things or anything?
No, it's a physical thing for sure. The biggest thing that I do is, fortunately, I do have a basketball court right next to my house.
Okay.
And that's what it is shooting by myself, completely by myself.
Nice.
Like just going out and just shooting the basketball, like that actually is like me like going on a run, and like it. I think a lot when I'm playing or when I'm just shooting around, and just like it's a mental like calming thing for me. That is my like outlet when I'm trying to find either creative flow or just like relieve my stress, or it's like, and then it also helps get my heart pumping.
Nice. Yeah.
But that is my main thing that I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I like the Kobe thing. It's
yeah,
just like
man.
That. It's because I'm guessing that's a.
It hurts.
No, because like I'm guessing that was a big thing. Like you would kind of, because it's like basketball like is really tied, I guess, to like your personality. And
definitely. I mean, I played basketball my whole life. Like, it sucks that I'm short, but no, I've been balling ever since I have videos and stuff of me balling up when I was like as early as I could walk, and I can actually dribble. Like that was the crazy part. So yeah, basketball has been a whole thing for me. So that's why I continue to kind of keep use that. Yeah.
Coming back, we were talking about where we left off. Now I remember was we were talking about shooting alone.
Yeah.
And finding that time to kind of, like, what would you say is that moment? Because for me, like when I'm in that state, it's more like I get to recenter myself.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what's happening. Think about that, but also do what I'm doing.
Definitely. And that's important. I think in just living life is when you actually just kind of like take a step back and like kind of look at your own life in a different perception and just kind of analyze what you've been doing right, what you've been doing wrong. I guess for me at the moment, there are a lot of things distracting me from like what I truly need to do.
Okay.
To like, whether it be like improving like my life, like I mean I do just get distracted by like going out or whatnot.
Okay.
And but yeah, no, it is important to like really just focus on yourself.
Yeah. Instead
of always trying to make everyone happy, or like trying to just it's important to focus on yourself, and like
yeah. So there's this where I was telling you off the pod was just where I told you where I was so excited for you to come on, because I knew that you were 100% in what you were doing, and I loved what you were doing. So there was no false there's no like false perception to it. You know what I mean? Like there's this genuine interest that I have, and that people are gonna see that I have in your actual stuff, right? So I was wondering if when you're deciding on like who to collab with, or like the people that you are choosing to like put your name with, is there any sense of like genuineness, or like do you have to believe in what they're doing to?
No, I think that like it's not really like, I mean, yes, it is believing in what they're doing, but I do believe in I do believe in a lot of everyone that I do collaborate with, but it is a lot like, do I see the same, like, are we on that same wavelength as far as like putting the effort in or whatever, like, because I do like, you know, I can analyze from afar like what artists are truly, you know, passionate about what they do, separate from people who are just like, you know, doing it either for fun or just like they're not really like involved in it as much. And I guess that goes to where like my collaboration moves around, because like since I do know that it takes a lot of work for what I do, and it's like I do put a lot of passion and effort, I want to make sure that the other person that I collaborate with will understand like how much what we're doing, and we just take it up a notch and like make something that's like a whole nother level.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I don't know if that was the big question I was if that was like the what I was hyped about. I don't know if that was the question.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that was tight right there.
Yeah. I hyped it up so much, guys.
No, dude, that was good. I got to share that. No, I'm happy with that.
I mean, cause yeah, in the end, like, I mean, I guess every question's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Right? Makes sense.
We just going with the flow.
Going with the flow.
That's all about. That's
just, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing you, man. I'm scared of ending this podcast.
No, don't be scared. We're forever Mamba.
I'm scared of.
I think that's for sure what the lesson to be learned from this, though, is like from this conversation is that like it is truly important to like just work hard, and you know, the only way to be successful is through that hard work and consistency. And you just can't have distractions.
Kobe.
You can't have distractions. You
That's
can't be
literally
distracted.
what Kobe preached.
Yeah.
He found himself in our conversation.
He will always find himself in it.
Because it's real.
Yeah.
And it's the way to like go about things.
Yeah. And I just love learning from other people. And that comes through conversing. I love learning about their past experiences. And that's what my parents always said, to like, you know, talk to like older people about like their experiences and learn from it, because like that's big. They've been through the same thing. They're actually wise enough, and they know the dedication and effort it takes to do good at something. So,
and that's like what and you hear that, right? When you hear that when you're growing up, right? Like listen to your elders.
Yes.
All that kind of like, but I think and to kind of take that and take a spin on it is the reason why I think it's very valuable to have a podcast with college students and a young perspective, is you get a sense where most of the people that are listening to the podcast now, there's a demographic where they're all starting out.
Yes, 100%.
And to hear people that are in that same vibe and what we get of being next to those kind of people, where I get to talk to you right here, right? Maybe they're in high school, right, and they haven't found that college roommate or that
we're kind of setting them up,
right,
for like,
and they get to hear someone that's like going through the same thing, and like maybe it's they want to go into bio, or maybe they want to, but it's like, hey, I can do it, or like, hey, they're doing it, like I want to start doing this, or, you know,
it's that mindset. It's just like, and it's also just part of maturity too. You know, you'll just like. It's happened in front of us where we've really realized like what we should be doing right, and like what we shouldn't be doing, and like that just comes with maturity and just like
my freshman self.
Oh yeah, totally different.
Totally.
You're stuck. You focus on things that are unnecessary.
So unnecessary. So unnecessary.
There's a lot of wasted time, bro. Back in high school, I mean, like you said, if there's high schoolers watching, like actually do something now.
Yeah, for sure. But, whatever, like. I think one big thing you said is where you learn a software, Final Cut Pro.
Yeah.
In high school. And now.
Yeah. That's what's helping me.
That's your thing.
Yes.
You know, like that's the main thing that you're using, and it's something that you learned in high school.
Yes. It's all about, I mean, it's about gaining those skills, gaining knowledge, and just using it to be, the best you can be.
For sure.
But yeah, that's for sure. Final Cut Pro is definitely what, like, me going so hard at that back in high school, where I was putting my time and focusing on learning that, has helped me now to be able to get that side hustle.
Side hustle.
Side hustle.
All right then. Wow. Well, we're coming to the end.
The journey.
The journey is coming to an end.
Has ended.
But we had a companion throughout it.
Yes.
And that was Kobe.
That was for sure.
The Mamba mentality. That's.
It will be preached forever.
It's probably gonna be the name of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm down.
The Mamba mentality.
You gotta have it.
Yeah, it's like.
And you gotta carry the.
So the show is called "It's About Time," and that comes from. One, it's catchy. At least I think so.
It is.
But it's just like, it's about time, and then it's like we talk about this.
Yeah.
You know.
I see.
That was my thing. No, it's cool. Like, it's about time we started talking about this. You know?
Yes.
That was my thing. So like that podcast, like one of my favorite was the mental health one. Like it's about time we started talking about.
And that's good too, that you're finding that specific style or that specific like, what you're trying to really throw your message out, and that's huge. An artist and being a creator and whatnot, because you want to have a purpose in what you're making. And that's what I want to do later on. Like I want to like be able to make videos and stuff that like people will learn to do better in their life, or like it'll help like organizations or whatever. Like that's the main thing I want to do.
That's big.
Just help back, give back, because that's what I want to do as a doctor, and if I can still carry that through my career,
for sure.
That's the goal.
That's super cool. But yeah, there's content to come that I'm excited for.
Yeah, man, I'm stoked for you. I really am. I hope like I can do more stuff with you in the future.
That'd be awesome.
Whether it be like
for sure
changing up the angle from the bat, bro. I really didn't know you. As soon as we walked in here, I was like, can I do this to him? Can I really tell him to change it up like this?
I respect that, and I hope you see the kind of person I was of like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm, I don't know. I know that I'm starting off, and I respect right off the bat. Like I respect what you did, like and what you do. So like for you to come in and like feel not like comfortable enough to be like, hey, like you want to try this, and I'm like, yeah, dude. Like cool. If you think that's fucking cool, then
I'm glad I came off as like comfortable that.
Yeah, for sure.
Wasn't pushing anything.
And I feel like I'm kind of like easy to talk to.
Yeah, I mean we're both chill as fuck. So. It's the people with the vibes, bro. Straight vibe check.
Oh yeah, podcast is for sure a vibe check.
Yes, dude, it's peaceful. Like I feel like now, like after releasing all that, I feel like damn, like I'm ready to. Like I'm ready. Like I said a lot about myself. I said a lot about good conversation and like having a good conversation. So
I'm glad you.
That was a relief right there.
I'm glad.
That was tight.
Thank you so much for coming.
Yes, bro. Appreciate you having me. This is a sick place.
Thank you.
I hope you like everything will come together even more. I'm excited to see everything come together.
Thank you so much, guys. That was the amazing podcast. You wanna tell them where you can find you, your full name?
Oh yeah, I got. You can find me on Instagram. My full name Ethan Joves.
Underscore, anything like that?
No underscore. I got that username. That's locked.
You bought that. You bought that for like $20.
Everything. Twitter. I don't really use Twitter except to look at stuff. But Twitter, Instagram, YouTube is Ethan Joves. I'm coming out with a website soon, so that'll have like all my videos in like an organized portfolio way. So it'll be artsy as fuck. So I'm stoked for it.
Dope. Well, that was the show, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
And that's
peace and love.
See you guys. Dope, bro.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's go.